opened the front door and slid outside. A full moon illuminated her way down the porch steps and onto the gravel lane, while the breeze was cooler than it had been at midday. It was still unusually warm for the wee hours of the morning. Rosetta regretted putting on the coat. She was already beginning to sweat beneath the heavy black material. Rounding the corner of the farmhouse, she caught sight of a pair of yellow eyes shining in her garden. Rosetta left the pathway at a jog. "Shoo! Shoo! Away from my vegetables!" The doe's head rose higher, but she didn't move. The deer didn't seem bothered by all of Rosetta's hand-waving and shrill cry. Puffing out a large gasp, Rosetta stopped only a dozen feet away from the animal. "So, you're the thief who's been nibbling on my corn and squash, eh?" Rosetta wiped her brow and chuckled. The wind picked up, parting the clouds and allowing more of the moon's light to spill into the garden. This particular deer was nearly tame. Rosetta's eyes traveled over the doe's delicate, quivering form, realizing that it would be easy to shoot the poor creature. With hunting season only a few months away, this one's lack of fear would put her in grave danger. She's so beautiful, too. A whippoorwill chanted its song from a hidden branch, raising goosebumps on Rosetta's arms. Her mind swiftly changed, and she said in a softer voice, "Uncle doesn't hunt. You'll be safe in my garden this fall. I won't try to chase you away again, I promise." The doe's head snapped sideways as she startled, looking past Rosetta. In a blink of an eye, she gathered her muscles and spun away, bounding into the shadow of the huge willow tree that draped the corner of the yard. The cornstalks rustled, then parted as the deer leaped into the field. They snapped back into place when she was gone. Her sudden departure left a hollow feeling in the pit of Rosetta's stomach. "Don't go," Rosetta begged quietly. "I'd kind of like a little company on this dreary night." "Oh, you won't be alone." Rosetta's heart leaped into her throat. Much the same way the doe turned on her heel, Rosetta whirled. She recognized the hungry look in the man's eyes, but there was something else there that she'd never seen before. It prompted her to say a silent prayer to the Lord for protection and forgiveness. 1. September 22nd. Downtown Blood Rock. Leaning back against the patrol car, I put on my sunglasses and then tugged my ponytail tighter. Sweating beneath the uniform, I tried my best not to show my discomfort as the sun continued to blaze down on Main Street from a cloudless sky. The high school marching band passed slowly by, doing a nice rendition of Chicago's 25 or 6 to 4 that I tapped my foot to. Everyone's spirits were especially joyful for Blood Rock's county fair this year. The parade kicked off 5 days of livestock competitions, music, exhibitions, carnival rides with squirrely-looking operators, and a lot of greasy foods. I was especially looking forward to a couple of my favorites, fried pickles and funnel cakes. But for all the smiling faces and waving hands, I was on edge. The fair brought unsavory types into the area, and after my investigation up north the previous spring, where 2 teenaged girls were kidnapped and trafficked into the sex slave trade, I was on high alert. Sure, things had been relatively quiet in Blood Rock since the mob violence at CJ and Joshua's wedding back in May, but as I forced a smile on my face for a mom who toted a toddler on her hip when she looked right at me, I couldn't get rid of the tight feeling in my gut that alerted me that something was about to happen. Main Street was lined with American flags, and as my mind drifted back to the springtime afternoon on the Miller's farm, the patriotic colors hazed over to be replaced by rolling green hills and brightly shining metal barn roofs. I could almost smell the cow manure and grass clippings, and the sounds of birds chirping filled my memory. It had been the perfect day for a yard wedding until members of the Moretti crime family